So I'm out on the river trail walking with Jeremy to talk about Jeremy's strengths and my strengths and how they work together. Not that kind of strength,
This
Jeremy.
kind of strength?
No, not that kind of strength. And recently we as a staff, some of us at least, have taken a personality inventory called the DISC, D-I-S-C, and it tells you a different kind of personality trait that you are. My primary personality trait is a D, and Jeremy, you are
An I.
an I. My secondary trait is a C, and Jeremy, you are a
What?
an S.
An S.
We're exactly the opposite. So what that means is either we're constantly clashing or we actually work really well together as a team. So let's explore that just a little bit more.
Okay. So I'm outgoing,
And I'm private,
and I'm energetic,
and I'm calm,
and I'm tactful,
and I'm frank,
and we're both strong-willed,
rather than accommodating,
and we're both skeptical,
rather than accepting,
and we're both driven.
rather than patient. So we work pretty well together.
I guess so.
So another tool that we used as a staff was this book by Marcus Buckingham called Go Put Your Strengths to Work. And it was really a book about what makes you feel strong, not necessarily what you're good at, in particular in your job. It's just a business book, and we found it helpful as a staff. So what we want to do is we want to read to you the strength statements that each one of us wrote about what makes us feel strong in our current job. Now the whole goal of this then is for us to play to those strengths in our job. Let's hear it.
So in this book, I discovered that there's 4 strength statements, 4 areas where I feel strong when it relates to being worship leader here at Sycamore Creek Church. My first strength statement is this: I feel strong when making inspiring and excellent music with other competent musicians when given the time to prepare and be creative. My second one is I feel strong when fostering existing and new friendships with those related to the ministry of Sycamore Creek Church, and here's the kicker, in informal settings. It's in those environments where I feel most strong. My third is I feel strong when following a leader I trust to motivate and encourage a competent, committed, and motivated team. And lastly, I feel strong when executing plans that result in successful outcomes, like retreats and worship services and off-site gatherings and even rehearsals.
So these are the strength statements that I wrote of times when I feel strong in my job as a pastor. I feel strong when I spend time guiding, coaching, mentoring, brainstorming with competent, creative, and missional leaders, both at SCC and elsewhere, for a better future for the church, and seeing them put into practice our dreaming and visioning to develop successful programs that reach new people in a variety of ways. That's my first strength statement. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Here's the second way I feel strong. I feel strong when I create or spend time in environments that challenge me intellectually and philosophically with other people who are deeply interested in the same topic, like reading, workshops, education, discussion groups, and so on. And then here's my third statement of when I feel strong. I feel strong when I have time to breathe, that is, when I have space and time to accomplish the small things that add up. I like to check things off of my to-do list. Those are 3 places where I feel strong. So we spent about, like 4 months or so reading that book.
Right.
And we learned in the midst of it that I, as the supervisor of the staff, and as Jeremy, and as if you're not a staff person,
Yep.
that my job is to try to do as much as I can to put you guys in places where you feel strong, where you're playing to your strengths, or working in your strengths, or leading in your strengths, rather than asking you to constantly live in your weaknesses.
Right. Almost literally for me playing to my strengths.
Yeah.
As I play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the culture you're creating is helping us as a church and as a staff envision what it would mean to put you in a position of strength as well. Because it's one thing to have us performing our strengths, but ultimately we need you on firing on all cylinders as well.
I think it's been a good ride learning about one another's strengths.
Sure. Now we need to put them to work.
Absolutely.
Oh, I had a belt. There we go. Was that recording?
Yeah.